In just a few weeks, just 2 or 3 weeks, we Americans will be celebrating our independence on the 4th of July. As a prelude to this, the Catholic community in the United States is conducting a Fortnight of Freedom. This will be a series of meetings and demonstrations and speeches and so on and so forth to protest the Obama administration's using government power to force Catholic institutions to pay for insurance which pays for abortion pill funding. Catholics generally think this is an infringement on their religious liberty under the Constitution of the United States. After all, it is against the conscience of Catholic people who run Catholic institutions and Catholic generally to pay for abortions, and to be forced to pay for abortions is to face a government which is directly undermining the right of practice of religion in the United States, something which obviously is contrary to the United States Constitution and in fact to our traditions, our American heritage. Also on the 4th of July, the Second Amendment community, another important community in the United States, will be celebrating the holiday with great vigor. There are an estimated 80 to 100 million gun owners in the United States, and according to FBI statistics, or according to an interpretation of FBI statistics, Americans are buying about 10 million guns a year. So you have a tremendous number of Americans owning guns, a tremendous number of Americans buying guns. It's quite possible there are 80 to 100 million Americans who own guns. These are law-abiding citizens who want to be able to have the means necessary to protect themselves from criminal violence should the necessity arise. Interestingly enough, there is an intrinsic connection between the interests of the Catholic community and the interests of the Second Amendment community. The Catholic community is interested primarily at this juncture in our history in defending the right to life, against government attempts to infringe upon that right to life, and government attempts to force religious people to act against their conscience in undermining this very right to life. Now, the Second Amendment community is interested primarily in free access to the means necessary to defend life should the need arise. So there is an intimate intrinsic connection between the right to life and the right to defend life. There definitely is an intrinsic connection between the interests of the Catholic community in the United States and the interests of our Second Amendment community in the United States. The interests at the present time of both groups is in opposition to the policies of the Obama administration. We feel that the Obama administration is using government power to undermine the traditions, the rights, the liberties of the American people. We think big government is too much, and we'd like to see it curtailed. Another group that is most interested in the United States and in what happens in the future in the United States are people who are directly interested or intimately interested in the economy. According to the latest polls, over half the people who are investors in the United States feel they do not have any control over their investments. So they're unable to determine how they're going to pay for their children's education, how they're going to maintain their retirement, and other necessities. The polls also indicate that half the American people, or actually over half the American people, think that the economy in the United States is going to be no better off or even worse off a year from now than it is now. Now, all of these things are related directly to the policies of the Obama administration. One of the things you hear economists talk about a lot and business people talk about a lot is that even though there may be money available, people are afraid to invest it because there are so many government regulations that they don't feel they can make an adequate determination as to the possible aspects of their investment in the future of the United States. So here we have the Obama administration operating against religious interests, against freedom of religious interests. We have a Second Amendment community concerned with the policies of the administration of the Obama gang, or what policies may be introduced in years to come, who are concerned directly with their ability to maintain their right to keep and bear arms and their right to be able to defend life. And you have the overriding interests of Americans who are obviously intimately concerned with the economy on the direction into which the policies of the current administration are taking us. So there again, let me repeat, on the issues of the right to life, the right to defend life, and the right to the means to have the security necessary to maintain a good life, you have people in the United States fed up with the Obama administration. Hopefully, people generally will realize that the only way that the people in the United States, that the voters in the United States can hope to rectify this, is if they turn out en masse against Obama and his cronies when the elections occur in November. That's not too far away. It's only a few months from now. It's time for Americans who believe in a good, solid economy, in an economy that lends people to feel that there is great opportunity still in the United States, for people who believe in the right to life, for people who believe in the right to defend life, to come together and to realize there is a common enemy in the Obama administration and work assiduously to defeat that enemy in November.